The first thing the little girl did after being reborn was to steal the 5 million cash stash hidden by her grandma. Then she took her mother and bought a piece of barren land because she knew very well, in just a few days, her father would come home with his mistress and force her mother to leave with nothing. After that her mother would work multiple jobs to survive, until she collapsed from exhaustion and died. After her mother's death, she would be forced to live with her father and stepmother. Not only would she go hungry and wear rags, but she would also suffer inhumane abuse from them, and eventually die at their hands. Maybe heaven felt sorry for the little girl, and sent her back to a few days before her father returned with his mistress. This time she swore to change her fate. She told her mother everything that would happen in the future, but her mother looked at her in disbelief, thinking she was just imagining things. Seeing this, the little girl said nothing more. She took her mother straight to grandma's room, and used a hairpin to pry open the treasure box grandma had hidden for years, but her mother told her to put the money back, and scolded her that stealing was wrong. But the little girl told her this money was originally part of the shared assets between her and dad. They had been lying to her for years about being broke, making her live frugally, while dad used the money to support his mistress. Her mother still couldn't believe it, because she always thought her mother-in-law had treated her kindly. The little girl went on to expose grandma's hypocrisy, saying she only treated mom like a maid, even when she herself was sick. It was always mom who took care of everything. Then the little girl told her mother that after the divorce she would be forced to work non-stop, and die within a year from overwork. Saying this, she hugged her mom with tears in her eyes. Hearing her daughter cry like that, the mother finally believed her. Then the little girl took her mother to a real estate office, and bought the deserted land for 5 million, because she knew it wouldn't be long before the value of the land would skyrocket. On the eve of Christmas, grandma showed up again, pretending to ask if the New Year's dinner was ready. To test grandma, the woman pitifully complained that her husband had been gone for days on a business trip, and wondered if he had a mistress. Grandma held her hand to comfort her, but also emphasized that the New Year's dinner must be taken seriously. The woman took the chance to suggest preparing the meal together, but grandma immediately complained about back pain and weak legs. Seeing this, the woman knew grandma was faking it, but it wasn't the right time to expose her, so she quickly asked for money to buy New Year supplies. Grandma generously gave her $100, and claimed it was all the savings she had, and now she was handing it all over. After that, grandma limped back to her room. Only then did the woman realize her daughter had been right all along. She really was being treated like a free maid. Soon it was Christmas Eve. As expected, a heavy snow fell. Grandma showed up with her daughter and son, immediately bossing the woman around. But the woman said she was sick and couldn't cook, suggesting they just order takeout for the New Year dinner. Grandma said takeout wasn't hygienic, and told her to take some medicine and tough it out. The woman immediately pushed back, asking why the sister-in-law couldn't help instead. Grandma said she had given birth to a grandson early and earned her status, and the woman had only given birth to a daughter after all these years, so she had no right to slack off. At that moment, the sister-in-law slammed the table, and told the woman to know her place and go cook. But the woman calmly walked over to her, and without a word flipped the whole dining table. Right then, the man arrived with his mistress and their child. Before the woman could ask what was going on, the man handed her divorce papers, telling her he'd been with the mistress for 6 years, and the only reason he hadn't kicked her out earlier was because